Hello guys, it is Prince Frostman, and I'm back and doing a weapons showcase. This video I've tried to film several times, but without much success. Powers corrupting, being a time-lapse, little brothers, and so on. The list is endless of problems. But today we should hopefully be getting it done. And there's no better way than to start with the staple, the very first. Mr. Pointy. Now, we know him for his sharpness and also travel mode, allowing him to fold. First ever weapon I made, and it's actually still pretty sharp, but bendy. There we go. So I can't even pull it out the log straight because it's my first ever weapon. Let's go for second with this kind of thing I took inspiration from, a tomahawk. Now this is the far point of, well, other end of a different weapon, and it's kind of just not particularly impressive because it was just like a scrap piece. See if I can hit the log. You want to see? No. Right. Next is a popular one, especially on my Instagram. Follow it. It's just you and Watts. No space, no caps. Should be a picture of a stump with weapons in it. My punching gauntlet / shield. So, in the shield, as you can see, and you can kind of block a sword strike. But then, once you've got it, you can hold the arm up and bam, 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 bam. Okay, be cool. Just to prove the point. We'll do it from here so I don't break anything. Simple. Now, the other half of the tomahawk weapon, the slightly more impressive dagger. Not really sure what to name it. I'm open to suggestions. Please do comment down below, and like and subscribe whilst you're at it. It takes like literally 2 seconds. You literally don't have to watch the full video. Just click on it and I get a view. Now it's still a work in progress, so it hasn't got a handle or anything, but it works well enough. And it's pretty pointy. It's still a bit blunt though. Next up is a kind of fake dagger I made out of some aluminium foil and stuck it in a fire and pretended I heat treated it. It's pretty pathetic, but it kind of looks the part from a distance. I'd only use it for throwing, hoping I'd hit them with the handle. Next, this kind of little World War I trench club I made for a history project. Yeah, it's pretty damaging. Yeah. Now, a staple that a lot of people will have seen if you follow my Instagram. My long sword, made of an aluminium pipe, hammered thin and flat, has a tendency to break its handles. Here's one of them. But currently it's been working okay. And let's just reassemble our dabbing stuff. Here we go. Yeah, I think it works. Didn't even bend out of shape. Now, this is a little controversial here. This is kind of like a machete type thing. It's also been the head of a glaive, a scythe, a singara, which if you don't know is like a small scythe on a chain that you spin around above your head and such. And
just in case, what's a scythe?
A scythe, get a stick, imagine it's for harvesting wheat before they had lawnmowers and tractors. So it would just kind of sit there and you'd swing it and it would cut through because they were razor sharp. It's kind of sharp. It's made out of what I believe to be part of an old bike rim for its wheel. It will stick in, but it's aluminium, so it's really quite light and doesn't do too much damage. I'll probably stab with it a bit. Let's see. A double-headed battle axe that's really only one-headed. This side, made out of a part of the car wheel, is completely pointless. I can hit it against my head. Nothing, it just folds. It's only for looks. This bit more serious. Still pretty flimsy, but it does stick in a bit, but it's still not a particularly strong weapon. This is majorly made, can't speak today, made for looks. This is an old favourite, the Curse. The Curse. Now you might notice it looks a little different, and that's because it actually fell apart. So I've kind of roughly reassembled it so I won't actually be hitting the log with it, or else it'll collapse. But you can see it's kind of got a straight-bladed axe head, so kind of got a spear point on top and just a point on the back for extra fun. Where'd I put this here? Now this is a small kind of one-handed club, pretty basic. It's just got a string wrap and nothing much to really see there, but we'll see. Not bad. I was expecting less than that. This was in, I think, the video I titled First Vlog. But some little brother decided he was going to play around with it, and he snapped the head off. I believe, in fact, I have it here somewhere. Yeah. No, that's not it. No, that's not it either. I'm wasting time. No, that's not it either. Well, I have it around here somewhere. But it's still, actually, it broke quite well, so it's still kind of pointy. First quite well as well. Now, I'm going to be showing a few more clubs. Now, I chose these because they aren't repetitive. So this is kind of more curved. It's also, I designed it so I could kind of make a bam rather than just. It's also curved for extra weight in the swing. I'm not going to demonstrate with all these clubs because we'd be here for ages. This one, quite similar to that one, but it's got a straighter handle. It's also kind of knobbled and spiked. Here, I might demonstrate with this one, but it's a much nicer club. This is made from a Christmas tree, actually, as is this one. So this was a bigger Christmas tree. And I'm holding it like this because this is actually broken a point down, so I don't want to risk it breaking any further. But you get the idea. I can hold it like that. Not too friendly. Let's give it a try. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because otherwise the spikes are going to come off, which is undesirable. Here is my machete, which is named Connie from. I got one suggestion on the entire post for it, and it's called Connie. It's not sharp because the metal is quite thick, and I'd probably wear through a grinding wheel. So there's no real point. But this here, which was pre-made when I found the piece of metal, is so you can catch a blade and if it's weak, snap it off or wrestle it out of its owner's hand. So it's got a kind of battle build within it as well. Right, now we've kind of gotten through the weapons. There are some now work in progresses and some things that aren't weapons. Oh, No, I nearly forgot our crossbow. This thing doesn't work very well. It was actually much better as a longbow. The trigger system didn't really work either. But it shoots. Not very well, but it shoots. Now, let's see. Well, this isn't exactly a weapon. It's what I've adopted as a magical staff. And such, I look ridiculous doing that, don't I? It's pretty light metal. Oh, not metal. Wood. Over here, this is a work in progress which I hope will be magnificent. It's an old rebar pin, big one, that I've shaped into kind of a metal bow, and it needs some more work on the tips, so then I can string it and Katniss Everdeen up in the head. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I have a hilt. Sorry about that, guys. But my phone is a dick, so it just decided to cut out for no reason. It wasn't even full memory at the time. So, as I was going to do, my back hilt, which is for this sword, but you see the practicality of it, is only useful for carrying it because I can't put it back in. I can't draw it out without grabbing onto the blade. So, yeah, I'm still imposing. Yeah. So, unless you have like a dagger, it might be useful for like daggers and such. Oopsie poopsie. Anyway, next thing to show you, it's not really a weapon, but it is like kind of something you take into a horn. Actually, pretty noisy as well. Listen. Okay, that's that done. It's a piece of copper pipe. That's it. Now, just before the video cut out, I showed you the metal bow. Now, this is the kind of stuff it's made from, except it's quite a bit thinner. This is a big rebar pin, which really only used as a spear. Quite pointy and such. Next. Handle. Now, you might think, what the heck, it's a handle, big deal. Now, it's not particularly impressive, but to me, it is the highest quality piece of work I have ever made, so I'm pretty damn proud of it. Now, what else is there? I can't remember if I showed you this. If I did, sorry. If I didn't, it's kind of a prototype machete, made the same thing as the dagger. Still needs to be cut, it has a tang, still needs to be polished up. Right, that's that done. Is there anything else? Shields. Now, this was my very first ever shield. Has my logo on it. Be careful, there's nails sticking out of this. It's kind of quite versatile. It's light, but it is fragile. It's made of kind of like plywood. Yeah, it's thin, light. It's just different bits of plates. So it started falling apart in about spring. So I decided it's time for a more heavy-duty approach to a shield. Now, this thing only has part of a handle, so that's why it's kind of holding a bit funny. But it's got my logo on it again, but I've drawn it this time so it looks a bit sharper. And it's much thicker, as you can see. This could take a proper hit. And, of course, we've already seen my first shield. And I think, finally, there's nothing else left, is there? The flag. Now, it does have a point on it, but that's not really for spearing. It is for sticking it in the ground. But, victory! Yeah! And, of course, it has my logo on it. So, this has been a weapons showcase. I would like to give a shout out to Master O.H for filming, so if you just show your face if you want to. Yeah, he's not good at doing. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Remember to go down, leave a comment if you think I left anything out, if you have any suggestions. Like it, subscribe it, dislike it. Either way, it shows me if I need to improve.
Views, and share it.
Good.
And share it, yeah.
Yeah, share it on Instagram.
Oh.
Also go to my Instagram. I told you what that was already.
Another important thing. Don't play with weapons.
Yeah, these are only for demonstration and recreational purposes. They are not for
killing anyone.
Unless you're being attacked and defending yourself is completely reasonable.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, Prince Foston signing off. Bye bye.